Unlike recent Progress and piloted Soyuz launches that have been timed for a fast-track 4-orbit 6-hour journey from the launch pad at Baikonur toward the International Space Station, this launch date was selected, and a 2-day 34-orbit rendezvous was deliberately selected by the Russian flight control team to match the launch date and the orbital mechanics that were required for a launch on July 3rd.
And we see DC very clearly. Copy.
And we have confirmation that the fly-around is now underway. Once again, the Progress, it's all automated. It's onboard computers commanding a fly-around at a range of about 400 meters, a fly-around angle of about 63 degrees that will align the forward docking probe of the Progress just about 5 minutes from now to the Pirs docking compartment for a period of station keeping in which the Russian flight controllers will assess the Progress's systems and its relative position to the Pirs docking compartment before the automated command is initiated to send Progress on its final approach for docking.
And deactivate operation mode. Copy. 300 meters. We copy 300 meters.
The period of station keeping, which typically lasts for a couple of minutes or so, will put the brakes on the Progress as it is perfectly aligned to the Pirs docking compartment at a distance of about 213 meters, which equates to 698 feet.
Meters. 270 meters, 0.47 meters per second, still flying around. Copy all.
Russian flight controllers confirming that we're about 45% of the way through the fly-around. Everything looking good. The Progress is right on track for an on-time docking less than 19 minutes from now.
meters. 240 meters, 0.25. We copy range rate as 0.25 and 240 meters.
240 meters, as you hear, separating the Progress from the space station, and a closure rate now of about 0.2 of a meter per second. About 10 degrees of fly-around remaining until we reach the station keeping point. The fly-around is now completed. The Progress is now in a roll program that will properly align its solar arrays for final approach and docking.
Everything is moving out of the view. Copy. We're switching to yeah, it's going back. We see a roll maneuver, 210 meters, 0.18 meters per second range rate. Copy.
Again, this is all pre-programmed for the Progress vehicle, the unpiloted cargo craft. Again, the roll program essentially reorients the cargo craft so that its solar arrays are in the correct orientation for the final approach for docking. You can see that roll program being completed at the moment. Progress just about 205 meters away from the Piers docking compartment.
Выбрали 200 метров. 200 meters.
The roll maneuver is complete and station keeping has begun.
All right, we see the target at the center. Copy.
Геннадий Иванович.
Gennady? Go ahead.
And in short order, the station keeping began and was completed almost instantaneously as the command was initiated for final approach. The Progress now just 188 meters away.
First, you need to activate operation, then send the command, then deactivate operation. Okay, copy. BPS initial selected. Operation. Copy. And then what? Format 44. We have format 44. I have the flags for final approach. Final approach. And now disabling operation mode. Excellent. Thank you.
Progress now 180 meters away, closing at a rate of 0.6 of a meter per second.
7. Okay, and we have...
You can see that the Progress is self-correcting itself so that it is properly oriented, looking right down the barrel at the Piers docking compartment.
Gennady, how copy our last? I copy. 707, 160 meters. Copy 160 meters. We have a good visual on the target, and it's stable at the center, and we see the crosshairs aligned.
The Piers docking compartment port is now in the center of those crosshairs on the external camera on the Progress as it moves now within 130 meters of docking.
A little bit of a blockage or shadowing of the target. Copy. Just past the 110-meter mark.
Great view a moment ago of the Progress as it moves into an orbital sunset over the Pacific Ocean.
Sure.
Flying over the Coral Sea just to the northeast of the continent of Australia.
Operation mode.
90 meters separating Progress and the International Space Station.
90 meters, 0.5 meters per second range rate. Copy. And I just disabled the operation mode. Copy that, Gennady. We have a visual on the target, but it's not very crisp. 80 meters, 0.4 meters per second. Copy.
A good view of the thruster firings on the Progress vehicle. Now just about 70 meters away from link up to the Piers docking compartment and a completion of a 2-day journey.
Approaches closer. You should see the target better. Yes, 70 meters. And I see the structure. I just don't see the docking mechanism very well. The docking interface, that is. Just past 60 meters. Copy, 60 meters. 0.25 meters per second range rate.
.55 meters now separating Progress from its quarry, the International Space Station. All of the Progress systems are functioning in perfect shape, as they have since its launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan in the early morning hours on Friday.
50 meters, 0.19 meters per second. Copy, 50 and 0.19. .50 meters, closing it at 0.18. The target is practically at the center, maybe quarter of a cell off on the yaw and pitch channels.
You can see the docking target just below the port at the Piers docking compartment. The Corps' automated rendezvous system self-correcting the angle of the approach of the Progress, now just 44 meters away from docking.
45 meters, 0.18.
And the Corps' automated rendezvous system antenna on the Progress has retracted as planned.
The target is 1 degree to the left and a little bit off pitch-wise upward. At 30 meters, you will need to enable operation mode and also enable abort. Inaudible meters.
The Progress and the International Space Station now flying just to the north of Auckland, New Zealand, at an altitude of 251 statute miles.
You broke up, Gennady.
Flying into an orbital sunset.
I'm going to enable operation mode and then enable abort, just in case. Copy.
Progress flying straight and true, all of its systems in excellent shape. "30 meters separating the two craft.
Двадцать
20 meters.
0,11 скорость.
Range rate is 0.11, and the target is clearly visible.
1 градус по тангажу.
A little bit off, 1 degree. Pitch up. The vehicle is stable, and the crosshairs are aligned. Copy.
Approaching the 20-meter mark. Padalka reporting everything is normal. Progress approaching at 1/10 of a meter per second.
Небольшой крен выпрямляется.
A little bit of
15 метров.
an offset on the roll side, but it's aligning. 15 meters.
Все, норм, Геннадий Иванович.
Copy. Everything's nominal, Gennady.
Есть небольшое
That's right.
мишени от центра. Градус.
The target is about 1 degree offset from the center. Copy.
All angles are reported to be nominal by the flight control team in Korolyov.
About 10 meters.
0,11 скорость.
0.11 meters per second range rate.
Понял.
Copy.
Метров
About 7 or 8 meters. Range rate is 0.12.
Perfect approach by the Progress. Good angles, good speed. Just about 5 meters now separating the Progress from its
Meters.
destination at the Piers docking compartment.
0,11.
Copy. 6 meters at 0.12.
Три метра дали.
Range is 3 meters.
Just 3 meters now, standing by for contact and capture of the International Space Station.
Actual target is a perfect match.
Все, есть.
Contact and capture confirmed. Docking confirmed.
Copy.
Docking confirmed at 2:11 a.m. Central Time.
Ребята, я вас поздравляю. Грузовик
Guys, congratulations. Your cargo vehicle has arrived.
Спасибо, мы вас тоже удивили.
Thank you, Vladimir Alexeyevich. We congratulate you as well. Thank you so much for sending it our way.
И самые...
Yes, it's me, Mr. Solovyev. And the warmest regards, best words to you guys, and best wishes from all of our top management. Yeah, it just feels like Christmas in July.
Мы сегодня люки откроем.
The presents are here.
Давай.
All right, well, we'll wait for the lease checks and the hatch opening. Hopefully that you will be able to do everything on time and get your presents today. Gennady. Yes, Yuri. We still need you to do closeout operations.
As you heard, congratulations from the Russian Chief Flight Director Vladimir Solovyev from the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov, congratulating the crew acknowledging those congratulations. Christmas in July, as it was said, with docking occurring at 2:11 a.m. Central Time, as the International Space Station in progress passed 251 statute miles above the Earth, just to the southeast of New Zealand over the South Pacific. It doesn't get much better than that. A perfect ride for the Progress in its two-day journey from the launch pad at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan to the Pirs docking compartment, as we watch the relative motion of the two vehicles begin to dampen out against one another. That will enable the docking probe to be retracted and a hard mate formed with hooks to be closed at the docking interface. We'll be standing by for that confirmation. So on their 100th day in space, Gennady Padalka, Mikhail Kornienko, and Scott Kelly have received a load of more than 3 tons of supplies, food, fuel, and supplies aboard the Progress 60, 1,940 pounds of propellant, 106 pounds of oxygen, 926 pounds of water, 3,133 pounds of other logistical supplies and experiment hardware. A successful cargo delivery to the International Space Station. Once the leak checks are completed later this morning, the hatch to the Progress will be opened. The bulk of the cargo unloading expected to begin on Monday morning. So we're standing by for the retraction of the docking probe. That will be followed by the initiation of the hooks being closed. All of the Progress's engine firings and all of its functionality during final approach was as perfect as can be. No issues whatsoever reported by the Russian flight control team in Korolyov. A textbook approach and docking for the Progress 60.